Hello, everybody.
Hi,
Welcome back.
everyone.
Welcome back to Scary But Not Too Scary October.
Emphasis on the not too scary.
This is like, if here's scary, here's not too scary. I'm pretty sure this one's over here.
It better be.
Hence, Carly's here. I don't think you've been in the bed in October.
I have not. No.
Yeah. Everyone's like, where's
Nothing
your sister?
for at least October-esque. Sorry, guys. I feel like people get mad at me for being wimpy, and I'm just like, I am who I am. Take it or leave it,
You know, some of us are pushing ourselves, but you just stay in your little box. That's fine.
I love that for me.
Just kidding.
Oh yeah, like this freaking spider. Excuse me, sir.
Okay, so tonight we're watching an old classic movie called Arsenic and Old Lace. It's like a very, what's the word, elegant title? I mean, if arsenic can be elegant. But this has been on a lot of polls, and I'm pretty sure I promised it a long time ago and have just never gotten to it. So this is my popcorn for the play.
Hey.
So I'm also
never heard of
giving
it.
myself a big fat break from the scary movies.
I know, sometimes like I'll see like the reel or something from your scary movie reactions, or you're telling me about them, and you're like, I actually couldn't sleep for 3 days and da 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 da, and I'm like, why are you doing this again?
Do it for the people, Carly. I do it for the people.
Labor of love.
Yeah. No, I actually am having fun with some of them. So it's some of them
love that for
brought
you.
my nightmares, but other than that, we're surprisingly happy. Okay, so Cary Grant is in this, and I fell in love with Cary Grant in North by Northwest. You've probably heard the name.
Oh, totally. I feel like, yeah, it's actually fun because I know, like, oh, Cary Grant at that time, but I don't think I have seen anything
I
with
think
him,
he
so.
was like,
Was he in Casablanca?
no, that was
Someone else. That's
someone else. Oh, okay, they'll tell us in the comments times 100. But Cary Grant was like Hollywood's a leading man.
Yes.
You know, like maybe our
Brad Pitt, Ryan
Yes.
Gosling.
Glenn Powell. Yes. And he is very tall, dark, and handsome. So I'm excited for that part. I don't know who our leading lady is. I don't know the plot or anything, but I do know
That makes two of
that
us.
it comes highly recommended. I'm pretty sure it's in black and white. Have you?
Fun.
watched? Okay, you've watched It's a Wonderful Life,
Yes.
Casablanca.
Yes.
The only two in black and white?
Here, I think.
Yeah. Okay. So,
I'm
this
still
is you.
relatively new.
You're coming out of your box.
Yeah, look at me go. I'm watching old movies. Wait, I've come out of my box a ton.
No, I
on
know.
this channel.
Yes. Okay.
Just, there's certain boxes I refuse to get out of, and that's the scary box.
Well, and you have like backtracked for your first year in
Yes, yes.
But you know,
It did
we
take
gotta
my
do
soul.
what we gotta do to protect Carly.
It makes me more scared in the rest of my life, and I don't like that feeling.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Okay, let's watch
Arsenic and Lace.
Old Lace.
Old Lace.
Here we go.
Okay, great. Old movies.
I know.
They just hit a little different.
They do. It's cool to think back about, like, we're so spoiled with all of our so much content.
Like it's
We have
such a production.
Yes, and you know, millions of dollars in budgets.
Yes,
We just have access to so much, but
Yes. Well, I'm like, yeah, the amount of movies that are pushed out and TV shows, it's crazy.
but like stuff back in the day, like people probably looked forward to so much more. It was like such a cultural event to like everyone seeing the same movies and. Great callback. I think I watched a bunch of it. This is a Halloween tale of Brooklyn where anything can happen, and it usually does.
I'll knock your block off, you big stiff!
Oh, it's baseball. That's hilarious.
The Yanks.
Against the Dodgers, shoot. United States proper.
There was a romance in the air.
Looks like the same suckers get married every day.
Hey, the guy with the cheaters.
Isn't that Mortimer Brewster?
Mortimer Brewster, the dramatic critic?
Oh, what a scoop would it be? The guy who wrote the Bachelor's Bible finally getting hooked himself. It's too good to be true.
Say, let's stick around and see who the guy is.
Your name, please?
Elaine Harper.
Speak a little louder.
Elaine Harper.
Yours?
Mortimer Brewster.
How's that?
Mortimer Brewster.
Speak up, Sonny. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Write it.
Yeah.
I want to keep this undercover.
Lover? Why, of course you love her.
I don't want this to get out for a while. I'm Mortimer Brewster.
You're who?
Mortimer Brewster. I marry you. Me, the symbol of bachelorhood. And look at you. Look at the way you look. What is that infernal contraption you've got there?
Oh, that's a pen I borrowed from your aunt.
Something borrowed, something blue. All new. Niagara Falls. All the city tribe I've made fun of for years.
It's romance, Mortimer.
Yeah.
Aren't you insulted? Aren't you going to cry? Aren't you going to make a scene? See, marriage is a superstition. It's old-fashioned. Oh.
We love a little charm.
As I'm turning over to you the nicest, the best beaten Brooklyn. Finest old ladies that ever walked the earth.
Brewster sisters.
They're out of this world. They're like pressed rose leaves.
Pressed rose leaves.
Is that Cary Grant?
The Mortimer was.
Oh, that name, that voice sounds familiar.
They're so well heeled. What are they renting rooms for?
They don't rent room, but you can bet if anybody came around looking for a room, they wouldn't go away without a good meal and probably a couple of bucks in their pocket. That's just their way of digging up people to do good to.
I hope you don't disapprove of Mortimer just because he's a dramatic critic.
Well, it's not so much that I disapprove of his being a critic, but no man with this published attitude on marriage.
Ooh.
At any time.
I must be catching cold.
No, dear, it was Reverend Harper who sneezed.
Remember now, watch your language.
Well, Sergeant, you know I'm not a swearing man.
Be surprised what they'd consider swearing.
Oh, come right in, Mr. Brophy, O'Hara.
Gentlemen, what news have you brought me? Colonel, we have nothing to report.
Huh? Oh, no. Absolutely nothing to report.
Splendid.
You know the Reverend Dr. Harper from the church next door?
Sure. Hello, Reverend. This is Officer O'Hara, the new man on the beat.
Is he okay?
I think he must have, like,
The
a memory
toys
problem.
are on the
Doesn't he
chair
think
up here by the library door.
Fixing up discarded toys for the kids at camp.
How's Mrs. Brophy?
Oh, she's better, thank you, but a little weak still.
Going to get some beef broth for you to take to her. I won't be a minute.
Her walk.
She's so cute.
Have to call a cabinet meeting to get the release of those supplies. He used to do that in the middle of the night, and the neighbors raised Cain with me. They're a little afraid of him anyway.
What the heck? What's going on here, anyway?
He thinks he's Teddy Roosevelt. So what? There's a lot of worse guys he could think he was. Isn't it a shame, Reverend, that a nice family like this should be hatching a cuckoo?
Oh, well, now, isn't this nice? Oh, Martha, you're back. Here's the broth for Mrs. Brophy. Be sure it's good and hot.
The Army and Navy are ready for action. But the Oregon goes to Australia.
Now, Teddy.
No, it goes to Australia. Children be go crazy.
Oh, now, don't mention it.
So long, Colonel. Hey, Sarge.
Eh? Oh, yes. Dismiss.
Goodbye.
I feel like there's going to be some sort of mystery in
Yeah, the Brewster sisters.
Have you ever tried to persuade him that he wasn't Teddy Roosevelt?
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
And dinner's going to be late, too. Teddy, good news for you. You're going to Panama and dig another lock for the canal.
That's bully, just bully. I shall prepare at once for the journey.
While I was out. Yes, dear. I just couldn't wait for you. I didn't know when you'd be back. And right downstairs and see. No, dear. There wasn't time.
Are they witches?
Just look in the window seat. Oh, it's a cave. You darling. You don't suppose they've gone and...
Elaine! This old cab has seen osculation, but...
You ain't seen anything yet. You're going to drive us to the station.
What's osculation?
Oscillation, is that like up and down?
Are they making out in the back seat?
I don't know.
Please!
Mortimer, right out here in the open with everyone looking.
Let everyone in Brooklyn over 16 look.
But, Mortimer, you're going to love me for my mind, too.
One thing at a time. Why don't we wire him from Niagara Falls?
Niagara Falls? So that's why you stopped at your office.
Yes! Niagara Falls. Everybody ought to go to Niagara Falls.
Is that like a thing?
I don't know. Did Niagara Falls for your honeymoon?
Go on, darling. The train leaves in an hour, and hurry.
It'll be a few minutes before I'm ready.
Well, whistle when you're ready. Oh, no?
No, not now. Surprised when he tells us.
Elaine and I are married.
Do
Hello, Benson's Florist. This is Mortimer Brewster. Did you send those roses to Mrs. Brewster at the parsonage? I sent 4 dozen more to Drawing Room A, Canadian Limited, Grand Central Station.
Roman? Yeah.
We're going to Niagara Falls. I got a taxi waiting.
Oh, it's all ready. It's been ready since...
Yes, I bet it's been ready since the day I first met it, Lane. Anybody in Brooklyn know I was going to get married except me? I've got the 2 nicest aunts in the world. Of course, you've got the nicest nephew in the world. By the way, did I leave some notes here for my new book?
You mean Mind Over Matrimony?
He's a dramatic critic.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Like,
I think it's just theater critic.
Hello, Mortimer.
How are you, Mr. President?
Bully. Thank you, just bully. I'm off to Panama.
Goodbye, Mr. President.
Tell the news to Mother.
oh,
Yeah.
Did you find those notes? What's the matter?
Here's a baby picture of your brother Jonathan.
Yeah, we ought to put that in the fire with my books. I remember now, he used to scare grown-ups with it.
Just the thought of Jonathan frightens me. He used to cut worms in two with his teeth.
Well, he's probably in prison or hanged or something by now. I saw a play last week, had a character in it, reminded me of Jonathan. One of those whodunits called Murder Will Out. When the curtain goes up, the first thing you see is a dead body.
That's what she did while the other girl was out, remember?
is there a body in there?
I don't know.
Hey, mister.
The 2 nicest ladies in the world are murdering people?
I don't know.
In their spare time?
Did he keep digs canals, like graves?
Oh my gosh.
Happy bridegroom! Congratulations!
You know how we've always planned to send Teddy to that sanitarium, Happydale?
Yeah, that's after we're gone.
Yes, what?
Yes, we talked with Reverend Harper about it.
Teddy's got to go to Happydale now, at once. No, he's down in the cellar. Get him up here right away.
Well, there's no such hurry as that.
I'm frightfully sorry, but I've got an awful shock for you. Teddy's killed a man, darlings.
There is a body in there.
But there's a body in the window seat.
Yes, dear.
You know?
Of course. But it has nothing to do with Teddy.
But the
now,
thing-
Mortimer, you just forget about it. We never dreamed you'd peek.
What's this?
What?
Adam Hoskins. That's really all I know about him, except that he's a Methodist.
Oh.
Well, what's he doing here? What happened to him?
He died.
Look, Aunt Martha, men just don't get into window seats and die.
The gentleman died because he drank some wine with poison in it.
Well, how did the poison get in the wine?
We put it in wine because it's less noticeable when...
You put it in the wine?
Yes.
Oh, look at me, darling. You mean you knew what you'd done and you didn't want the Reverend Harper to see the body?
Well, not at tea. That wouldn't have been very nice. I do think that Martha and I have the right to our own little secrets.
What? What in the world?
Why are they acting like it's no big deal?
Yeah, I'm so confused.
Can you hear my voice? You can? You sure?
He thinks it's a dream or a nightmare.
Oh, it's Halloween.
Trick-or-treating?
Oh, those are horrifying masks.
I want to know what we're going to do.
Well, we're going to celebrate, dear.
Well, there's a body in the window seat. Ken, you can't leave him in there.
Teddy's down in the cellar now, digging the lock.
You mean you're going to bury Mr. Hotchkiss in the cellar?
That's what we did with the
Have they
others.
done this?
I know.
That's what we did with the others.
This one is only 11. As I remember when Mr. Hoskins first came in, he'd make just an even dozen. But Abby, dear, I really don't think you should count the first one.
What's going on?
I don't understand.
Hello? Not now. Not now. For heaven's sake, keep your shirt on. No, let's see. Where were we? 12. 12?
Ask why. And you should ask, why did you kill Mr. Hoskins?
Who was the first one?
Mr. Midgley. He was such a lonely old gentleman. We felt so sorry for him. When his heart attack came, and he sat there dead, in that chair, looking so peaceful.
So maybe they think they're doing it out of...
Yeah.
If we could help other lonely old men to find that same peace, we would.
You mean he dropped dead right in this chair?
Teddy came up from digging in Panama, and he thought Mr. Midgley was a yellow fever victim.
We all took him down to Panama and put him in the lock. We know exactly what's to be done.
There's poisoning lonely old men?
All 12 of them just didn't walk in here and drop dead?
Do you remember those jars of poison that have been on the shelves in Grandfather's laboratory all these years? For a gallon of elderberry wine, I take 1 teaspoonful of arsenic. Just a pinch of cyanide.
Should have quite a kick.
Oh boy.
The cat's in on it. working on a yellow fever victim. That's all I see. And Teddy, of course.
What
Everybody
do
knows he's crazy.
the people think happened to them? I guess if they
Well, I
don't
think,
have next
yeah,
kin,
they like, no one really.
knows that they're gone.
Yeah.
Oh, their houses. Like what?
Right? Yeah, I'm like, is there no death certificate?
Get me the number of Judge Coleman on North Shore Road, Brooklyn. Oh, wouldn't it be marvelous if he wasn't there?
It'd be marvelous.
Hey,
if
you.
it wasn't there.
Didn't you hear me whistle?
No, run on home. I'll call you up tomorrow.
Hey, where's your hat? Come on, the bag's in the taxi.
Huh? Hat, bags, taxi, what?
Yeah. Hey, where's that look I was going to see so often?
Look. Oh, I'm nervous.
What is wrong?
He's losing it.
Yeah, he is.
Hey, get some rest.
Rest?
Oh, this is Mortimer Brewster. I've got to come over and see you right away. It's very, very important. We've got to do something about Teddy immediately. Well, it's practically a matter of life and... Elaine!
Darling, Niagara Falls!
It does? Well, let it.
You can't marry me 1 minute and throw me out of the house the next.
She's right, but
Sure.
About Teddy, you see,
Mortimer!
yes, the neighbors have been complaining, and the police are all set to throw him into a state institution.
I read an ad here about a room for rent.
Oh, shut up.
Oh,
room for rent. That guy's coming over for.
don't be lonely and old.
Doorbell's ringing, dear.
Her little run.
I understand you got a room to rent.
How about the Happydale Sanitarium, Happydale, New York?
Haven't got a home. Live in a hotel. Don't like it.
Are your family Brooklyn people?
Haven't got any family.
What operator?
All alone in the world?
Yes.
Well, you've come to just the right house.
D, like in dig. You know when you dig a lock?
I'd really like to see the room. I don't think I'll like it.
Won't you try a glass of our wine? We make this ourselves. It's elderberry wine.
Elderberry? I haven't tasted elderberry wine since I was a boy.
Look, I don't want the Happydale Laundry. I want the Happydale Sanitarium.
Okay.
Hey, Mr. Mortimer.
Yes.
I know they think they're doing it to be nice.
But they know they're
They
also
also must-
killing humans,
I
right?
think they must like it a little bit.
Yeah.
Makes me a little terrified of them.
Mortimer!
Darling, don't... I'm nervous now. Don't do that. Get out of there. Do you want to be poisoned? Do you want to be murdered? Do you want to be killed?
They're nuts. You're telling me.
Oh my god.
Why is that such a thing in old movies to like fall over the furniture or something?
It's not only against the law, it's wrong. It's not a nice thing to do. People wouldn't understand. He wouldn't understand. This is developing into a very bad habit. Oh, Happydale Sanitarium? Oh, that's amazing, operator.
Oh, how do you do, Mr. Brewster? How are you?
Well, Mr. Witherspoon, do you... I'm fine, thanks. How are you? Do you remember that conversation we had about committing my brother Teddy to Happydale? Well, we want to commit him there immediately.
Oh, dear. Oh, that's too bad. Well, you see, Mr. Brewster, we have several Theodore Roosevelts at the moment, and it would lead to trouble. We're a bit short of Napoleons at present. Another Roosevelt. Oh, dear, dear.
Then I want you to do one little thing for me, like good girls.
What do you want us to do?
Don't do anything. Don't let anyone in the house, and leave Mr. Hoositz right where he is. Get off that thing. I can't talk to you like this. I wouldn't want anything in the world to happen to either of you.
Well, what on earth could happen to us?
Well, darling,
We were planning to hold services before dinner.
couldn't that wait until I get back?
You could join us in the hymns.
Yes, darling, I could join you in the hymn. Stop. What is it?
Mr. Hoskins' hat.
Oh!
I'm worried about poor Elaine.
I know.
Go on, Matt, I'll sit with you.
Yeah, that's right. I can go faster that way. Sure. Wait a minute. What am I doing? Hey!
Mortimer didn't seem to be quite himself today.
They are delusional.
Oh, I think I understand why he seemed so upset. He's just been married.
They're not okay.
We promised Mortimer we wouldn't let anyone come in. Do you recognize them?
No, they're strangers to me.
We'll just have to pretend we're not at home.
Oh, that's creepy.
Wait, what?
What?
This is the home of my youth. As a boy, I couldn't wait to escape from this house.
The brother?
Your brother.
The family must still live here. I hope there's a fatted calf awaiting the return of the prodigal.
Look, Johnny, drink.
As if we were expected.
What are you doing here?
I'm Jonathan, you know. Your nephew, Jonathan.
You just get out of here.
My face. Dr. Einstein is responsible for that.
But I've seen that face before. Do you remember when we took the little Schultz boy to the movies? And I was so frightened. It was that face.
That last face, I saw that picture too.
And my own family think I'm...
Johnny,
He's putting other faces on him?
they know you, Johnny. Please tell him so.
It's been a long time.
Bless you. It's good to be home again.
Why does he have different
I
faces on?
don't know.
You know,
Maybe
Johnny,
his
we
whole
got to
family's
think
all thinking.
fast. The police, they got pictures of that face. I got to operate on you right away. We got to find some place. We got to find some place for Mr. Spinazzo, too. We can't leave a dead body in a rumble seat.
We come to him for help and he tries to shake us down.
Yikes.
I give you nice little ears
You were
this
careless
time.
last
and
time,
no
you understand?
stitches.
You were
see,
careless.
And on the eyes, I'll do a Schmidt. See, I take
The
it together
eyes.
like
The
this,
eyes
and
alone
they'll be
lift
very small.
the nose.
Well, sign right here, please, Judge. Excuse me.
Sometimes I think with the world in its present chaotic state.
I sign here as next of kin, don't I?
Only last week, I created a mild sensation at the Bar Association.
Goodbye. Good luck, Judge. Thank you.
Tell Martha and Abby I'll be over this week.
No. Oh, no. Never tell them you've been lonely. Never. Are you a drinking man?
Why, no. Never indulge.
Well, then you'll live longer.
Of course, a little wine now.
No.
I found it! I found it! Gentlemen, be seated. Here it is, gentlemen, my biography. President Roosevelt and General Goethals at Culebra. That's me, General, and that's you.
My, how I've changed.
Well, you see, that picture hasn't been taken yet. We will both go to Panama and inspect the new lot. As President of the United States, Commander-in-Chief of the Army and Navy, and the man who gave you this job, I demand that you accompany me on the inspection of the new lot.
I think it's time for you to go to bed.
I beg your pardon. Who are you?
I'm Woodrow Wilson. Go to bed.
Yes, you look like someone I might meet in the jungle.
All right, Mr. President, we go to Panama.
Bully! Follow me, General.
How well are these things dug?
It's down south, you know.
Yeah, I'm like, do the other bodies, do you see them?
This is not your home, and I'm afraid you can't stay here.
Dr. Einstein and I need a place to sleep. Einstein and I are turning grandfather's laboratory into an operating room.
The Panama Canal. You'd think he knew we were bringing Mr. Spinazzo along.
Yikes.
They're living in a house with a body buried in the cellar.
Wouldn't be the first.
We're moving the car behind the house.
The car's all right where it is until morning.
I don't want to leave it in the street. That might be against the law.
What would the neighbors think? People coming in here with one face and going out with another.
General Goethals was very pleased. He said the canal was just the right size.
There's been another yellow fever victim.
This will be a shock to the General.
No, Teddy, we must keep it a secret.
You have the word of the President of the United States.
I think you'd better get back down into the cellar. When I turn out the light, when everything's dark here, you come up and take the poor man down to the canal. I've never even seen Mr. Hoskins. You know, he's really very nice looking.
Fitch! Okay.
Wow, they are so good at making him be creepy.
We're bringing the luggage through here. You two run along to bed.
Oh, but you must be very tired, both of you.
It's time I came home to take care of you. Take the bags upstairs. Now, we'll all go to bed.
I'll wait until you're up and then turn out the light.
Run along, Aunt Martha. Just off the laboratory, Doctor. All right, Aunt Abby.
This is
I'll be right
bizarre.
up.
Now, Aunt Abby.
Oh my. I just feel like they're both gonna try to move a dead body into the same grave in their basement. Like,
Mortimer's right in the middle,
Also-
and he can't even go to Niagara Falls because his family
is insane.
is murderers.
And
Aunt Abby.
is he gonna go undergo face surgery with like no anesthesia or anything? Oh no. And this guy, poor this
know.
guy. Oh my gosh, I can't believe he's moving a dead body right now. He just fell down the stairs.
Yeah. Who's this?
The doctor?
It's all right, Johnny.
Ew.
Oh.
You go outside, Johnny, and push, and I stay here and pull.
I'll take a look around outside the house. When I tap on the glass, you open the window.
Yeah.
Is Teddy okay?
Dark
Yeah.
here.
Where's Mortimer?
Where am I? Hold this open. Okay, Johnny. Wait a minute. Hand him over. Allie. Up. Wait a minute, Johnny.
Did the ants just go to bed?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Help me. He's so heavy.
They're like, well, Teddy will bear the
work
body.
out.
We'll go to bed.
Help me, Johnny. He's
Is
so
Mortimer
heavy.
come back and then like...
Now I've...
Oh, I don't even know. I don't even know. No, not Elaine.
Aunt Martha! Is that you, Teddy?
Who are you?
I'm Elaine Harper. I live next door. I came here to see my husband, Mortimer.
Why did you say your name was Harper?
I'm not very used to it. I'm a brand new Brewster.
Doctor!
It's all right, Johnny. It's okay.
Maybe you'd better explain what you're doing here.
We happen to live here.
You don't live here. I'm in this house every day and I've never seen you before. Hey, what have you done to them?
Perhaps we'd better introduce ourselves. May I present Dr. Einstein, a surgeon of great distinction.
Now, I suppose you're going to tell me that you're Boris...
I am Jonathan Brewster.
You're Jonathan.
Oh, you've heard of me. What do they say about me?
You used to tear worms apart with your teeth.
Yeah.
Why do you come here at this time of night?
Well, I just thought I saw Mortimer drive up. I suppose it was you.
You thought you saw someone drive up. What else did you see?
Oh, just that, that's all.
Is that why you came over here?
Oh, no, I came to see Mortimer, but if he's not home...
I think she's dangerous.
No visitors. It's going to be a private funeral.
Oh, boy.
Now, Alice, don't be a
Ants,
tomboy.
they're not
Don't
being
play rough with the
quiet.
gentleman.
Like, come out.
Shut up! Casella.
Oh, my gosh.
What's happening down there? What are you doing there?
I caught a burglar. Go back to your room.
We'll call the police.
I'll handle this. Don't answer that.
That's Mortimer, right?
I hope so. He's gonna fix all our problems, right?
Yeah.
Where's Teddy? Is he upstairs?
Mortimer, where have you
Never mind that now, darling. Holy... What's that?
What's that?
Brother Jonathan, and this is Dr. Einstein.
Just a minute,
They drove me down the stairs.
Maybe he's not gonna save us all.
I've come back home, Mortimer.
I'll come back home, Mama. It talks!
I talk. Have you forgotten the things I used to do to you when you were tied to the bedpost, the needles under your fingernails?
Dear heavens.
It is Jonathan.
I'm glad you remember, Mortimer.
Where'd you get that face, Hollywood?
What about me?
So there's no room for anybody else in the house. So take that little squirt and beat it. I'm going to sleep on the window seat. I'm going to sleep on the window seat from now on. Now look, Jonathan. I'll be a good fellow. Here's $10. Go out and haunt yourself a hotel.
You know what I do to people who order me around.
So he's a complete sociopath.
What's going to happen to Mr. Spinazzo? We can't leave him here in the window seat.
We can't leave him here in the window seat.
That's where they put their guy. That's where he hit him.
Don't you bring anyone else in here. Now come on, beat it, both of you.
I'll take care of you, Mortimer, in just a little while.
Oh?
I almost got killed.
Killed?
It was Jonathan. What?
Yes, go on home like a good girl. I got things to do.
I think he needs to let her in on it.
Yeah.
Be Happy Dale 270, please.
Jonathan, he was trying to strangle me.
Please, this is important.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this drives me insane.
I know it's late, but I want you to come down here and get my brother immediately. It's got to be done.
By the way, you've had the papers signed by your brother and a doctor, of course.
Oh, holy mackerel, I forgot the doctor.
Oh my gosh, this is driving me insane.
Your family doctor?
You can take your
Why did you
honeymoon,
say
your
that?
wedding ring, put them in a barrel, and push them all over Niagara Falls.
Yeah, thank you.
He's like in such shock, he's not thinking, but it's driving me crazy. It's like he's literally not hearing anything.
Elaine!
He's gonna open it up and see a different person.
Yeah.
Ye gods, there's another one!
Oh my gosh.
He's gonna think his aunt's dead.
Yeah.
Who's that in the window seat?
We told you, Mr. Hoskin.
There.
Who can that be?
Don't you try to get out of this. That's another one of your gentlemen, and you know it.
That man's an imposter.
Oh my gosh.
Aunt Abby, how can I believe you? There are 12 men down in the cellar, and you admit you poisoned them?
Yes, I did. But you don't think I'd stoop to telling a fib?
This may interest you, Mortimer. I've decided that we're staying, and I've also decided that you're leaving.
You just look and see what's in that window seat.
No! No, no.
Light bulb.
Yep. Figure it out. He can blame everything on him.
Oh.
Let Aunt Martha see what's in the window seat. I've got some very good news for you. Jonathan is leaving, and he's taking Dr. Einstein and their cold companion with him. You're my brother, you're a Brewster, so I'm giving you a chance to get away and take the evidence with you. You can't ask for more than that. All right, in that case, I'll have to call the police.
Don't reach for the telephone.
Hello?
Oh, Officer O'Hara.
I saw your lights out. I thought you might have sickness now.
No. This is our nephew Mortimer.
Well, pleased to meet you.
Glad to see you, fella.
Say, your face is familiar. Haven't I seen a picture of you somewhere before?
I don't think so.
Say, you're not the Mortimer Brewster.
Yes, why?
Oh, what a break for me. I'm a playwright.
Maybe I can help you with it.
Oh, would you?
There is a body in the cellar.
Yeah.
Hey, Mortimer, forget about that. Actually, there's 12.
I'll keep O'Hara busy in the kitchen and give you a chance to get out. Now get going, all three of you.
Uh-oh.
Come, let's go. We're not going. We're going to sleep right here in this house. What? Take Spinalzo and dump him in the bay. After that, we're coming back here. We've got a wonderful setup here. We can make a fortune. You old ladies is a front. Only Mortimer stands in our way.
Did he literally say he used to tie him to a bed and stick needles under his
Yeah. As a young boy?
Take the instruments and hide them in the cellar. Move fast. You know that hole in the cellar? Yes. Well, we got an ace in the hole.
Wait, where's Teddy?
He's up at his room. He charged up.
Oh, yes.
Look, I thought I told you. Oh. Jonathan!
Yes, Mortimer. We're not going.
You're not going?
No.
He looks like a one of those people in the Spirit Halloween stores.
Yeah.
Like a
You tell O'Hara what's
that
in the
you press
window
the button.
seat. I'll tell him what's down in the cellar. There's an elderly gentleman down there who seems to be very dead.
How about the back room at Kelly's?
Kelly's?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, fine place. Bring in. I'll meet you in Kelly's.
All right.
So why is he so worried about getting Teddy to the Happyville?
Because I don't
Does he have a
know.
plan what he's gonna do with the ants?
I don't know. Maybe he thinks it'll all stop if he can get Teddy there. And then he can, like, bring it up, and then it can be blamed on Teddy, but he's in the Happyville already, so it's like, what are they going to do?
We thought we heard you leave.
Perish the thought, dear Aunt. That was just Mortimer. There's a friend of Mortimer's downstairs waiting for him. Mr. Spinalzo and he will get along fine together.
He must mean Mr. Hoskins.
Mr. Hoskins?
You know about what's down there?
And he's no friend of Mortimer's. He's one of our gentlemen. And we won't have any strangers buried in our cellar.
Oh, my gosh.
Crowded with what?
There are 12 graves down there now.
You mean that you and Aunt Martha have murdered 12?
Murdered? It's one of our charities. So you just take your Mr. Spinalzo out of here.
You've done all that right here in this house and buried them in the cellar.
We've been chased all over the world. They stay right here in Brooklyn, and they do just as good as you do. You got 12, they got 12.
13. There's Mr. Spinalzo. All I need is one more. And I've a pretty good idea who it is.
I'm a very lucky man to have caught you at home, Dr. Gilchrist.
I know Teddy blows bugles, but I can't commit a man to an institution.
Right.
There goes Hoskins. You wait here, huh?
In the cemetery?
Yes, that'll be nice
Well,
in the cemetery.
It's Halloween.
Oh, don't worry about.
Hello?
Oh, don't worry about Halloween.
$22.50.
What?
$22.50.
Oh, yes, looks good on you.
Not the suit, the meter.
He's still here.
$5 more and you'll own it.
Oh, no, thanks. It wouldn't fit me.
Oh my god.
He's not, like, hearing anything
I
that drives me
know.
insane.
But it's just like it's
Their
almost
humor.
like a silly misunderstanding.
Yes. Like, there's almost some comedic.
Yes.
Not so good.
Do you or do you not love me?
Lane, how could you say such a thing?
Well, then why have you been treating me the way you have?
Darling, I love you so much, I can't go through with our marriage. You wouldn't want to have children with 3 heads, would you? Insanity runs in my family. It practically gallops. This goes back to the first Brewster, the one who came over on the Mayflower.
Look at your aunts. The sweetest, sanest people I've ever known.
Ooh.
So your family's crazy, so you're crazy. That's the way I want you, that's the way I love you. I'm crazy too, but kiss me.
Oh.
Anytime you're in Washington, drop in to see me at the White House.
Those papers, papers.
Oh, papers, yeah.
I've just been appointed ambassador to Bolivia.
Ah, you see, didn't I tell you? Oh, just go on, sign the papers.
How does this end?
I don't know.
Martha and I are going for the police.
Wait.
He's putting Mr. Hoskins and Mr. Espinalzo in together.
What they tell the police?
They literally think it's a charity work.
You're right. Yeah, they do.
I've just heard him upstairs.
He's gonna kill his brother.
Yeah.
You can see that it's got to be done, can't you?
Yeah, I know that look.
It's a little late to dissolve our partnership. I think this calls for something special. Perhaps the Melbourne method.
Oh my gosh.
You cannot sign any proclamation without consulting my cabinet.
Must be secret.
How unusual.
Yes, it's the only way we can outsmart the other fellow.
Who's the other fellow?
That's the secret.
Poor Teddy.
I'll have to put on my signing clothes.
Oh, you already have them on, Mr. President.
So I have.
Don't do that. See, I'm busy. Now, please. Thank you, Mr. President.
Johnny's in a bad mood. You get out of
Will you
here.
stop underplaying? I can't hear you.
I think he's trying to warn him.
Look, when Johnny's in that mood, he's a madman, and then things happen. You get out of here.
Please, only for dramatic critics.
You've just been married. You have a nice little wife waiting for you. Please go now.
When you get out of prison, you have yourself wheeled over to the Garrick Theater. Now, in it, there's a man. Now, listen to this. Now, he knows he's in a house with murderers, so he ought to know he's in danger. He's even been warned to get out of the house. No, he doesn't. He stays. Doesn't even have sense enough to be scared. Or to be on his guard. No. But he pulls up a chair like that, and he sits down in it. Isn't that great? What do you think they used to truss him up with?
What?
The curtain cord. Get it? No, the silly chump sits down with his back toward the murderer. All he has to do is look around, but does he? No. Don't you see Brother Heidelberg in a play, or even in a movie for that matter? What does he do? Well, the big chump sits there. This fellow who's supposed to be bright. Look at the attitude. The big dog.
Yes, Mortimer.
Oh my gosh.
In Melbourne one night, I dreamt of you.
Maybe the police officer will come back.
Well, the dog.
Oh, I hate torture. Oh no.
Witherspoon's coming to get Teddy.
Oh yeah. Come on.
The more you struggle, Mortimer, the more you strangle yourself. Later on, you may consider that a blessing.
Holy crap.
This is so messed up. Doorbell.
Please, doorbell.
Come on,
Doorbell.
come on.
Now, Doctor.
Johnny, for me, please, the quick way, please.
Doctor, this must be an artistic achievement.
Please.
Oh.
Pull yourself together, Doctor.
But I can't pull myself together without a drink. With some wine. I found some wine. Here.
Have some wine. Have both of you have some wine.
Doctor, one moment, please. Where are your manners? I realize now that it was you who brought me back to Brooklyn. We drink to you, to my dear dead brother.
What a toast to foreshadowing.
Prosit.
He can write his own play after this. Oh my fetch! No!
No, Teddy, not Teddy, please.
You were there.
You stood me up. I've been waiting for you for over an hour at Kelly's.
Are you?
Planning a play he saw the other night, and that's what happened.
But you can't trust nobody no more. They practically stole that from the second act of my play.
Are you joking me?
Oh, yeah, sure. You've got to hear the plot. And like a flash, all of a sudden, out of a clear sky, the door comes open, and a man with a black mustache comes in. All right, 25 years pass. Well, I'm cleaning out a crooked laundry, see? Little do I know it, but there's a dope fiend with a long knife trailing after me. I'm in great danger.
How does this keep happening?
All of a sudden, a fire breaks out. What an effect! The firemen rush in, and who do you think's leading them? Mayor Fiorella LaGuardia. What's the matter with him?
I like it very much.
It's probably over his head, huh?
Yeah.
I stands there in the dark. I sees the door handle turn, so I pulls up my gun.
The doctor?
Braces myself.
No,
Why is it the policeman's
I
let
know.
nobody in?
Oh, hello, boys. It's Mortimer Brewster. He's going to help me write my play.
Warn the old ladies that there's a devil to pay. The colonel blew that bugle again.
I heard him.
Look at this man upstairs.
And they're just like...
No one notices him. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Who the heck is this?
That's Mr. Brewster's brother. My play put him to sleep.
And have you got yourself in a mess? You're 2 hours overdue at the station. I better let him know that I found you. Tell the lieutenant he can call off the big manhunt. We found him. Shall we bring him in?
Oh my gosh.
So I've been turned in, eh? I suppose you and my stool pigeon brother will split the reward.
Reward?
Well, there's 13 bodies buried in the cellar. Yes, 13.
Be careful what you say about your aunt down the cellar with him, O'Hara.
Yes, come to the cellar.
Oh my
Do I
gosh.
have to?
This is a comedy.
Yeah, yeah.
Cellar with it. Hold up, please, Mr. Brewster. I'll tell you the rest of my play later.
Got a gun.
Fight. Go on, fight.
Gosh.
Is he like totally cracked now?
I think so.
The third act. Oh, I got something better than this, let me tell you.
Oh my gosh.
Is that Johnny doing it to them?
Yeah.
Or are they...
I got the papers signed. Papers are all signed.
Cops, I'll brain the first one that comes near me.
Yeah, a little higher, please, buddy. Thank you.
Ooh.
Don't do that, please.
Wish I could relax like that.
Witherspoon.
Come in.
The lieutenant?
Or the Whitmer guy? Oh, no, I think it is that police guy.
We were just acting in self-defense.
What happened? They put up a fight?
This is his brother. He tried to kill O'Hara.
All I said was that he looked like Boris Karloff.
Boris, turn him over.
Kind of think he's wanted somewhere.
Oh, you kind of think he's wanted somewhere. If you guys can't look at the circulars we put up on the station, you can at least read your detective stories. He escaped from the prison for criminal insane. He's a lifer.
He tried to get us to go down the cellar. He says there's 13 bodies buried down there.
So on that don't tip you off the guy comes out of a nut house. Well, you're gonna have a long time on that play.
Yeah?
You're suspended. Now go on, report in. Falling for a story like that. 13 bodies buried down in the cellar.
But there are 13 bodies in the cellar.
Who are you?
I'm President Roosevelt.
What the blazes is this?
He's the guy that blows the bugle.
Well, Colonel, you've blown your last bugle.
Another yellow fever victim. All the bodies in the cellar are yellow fever victims. If there's any questioning of spies, that's my department. That as president, I am also head of the Secret Service.
They're really not gonna check the side.
Who are you?
Usually I'm Mortimer Brewster, but I'm not quite myself today. Read this. Teddy's going to go to Happydale tonight. I'm just waiting here for Mr. Witherspoon.
He's going someplace. He's scaring the neighbors. What with that bugle and all? Cockeyed story about 13 bodies being buried. There's people dumb enough to believe a story like that.
Yeah, but...
Last year over in Greenprint, there was a crazy guy started a murder rumor. I had to dig up a whole half-acre lot before I could prove...
Oh, what's this?
These papers ain't no good.
Why not?
He signed to Theodore Roosevelt.
Oh, no. Where are the ants? They're sleeping, you know.
The name Brewster is code for Roosevelt.
Code for Roosevelt?
Yes, don't you see? Take the name Brewster. Take away the B, and what have you got?
Rooster.
Huh? And what does a rooster do?
Crows.
It crows. And where do you hunt in Africa?
On the veldt.
There you are, Crowsveld.
My compliments to the boys of the code department. This is fun.
Oh, now all I gotta get is Witherspoon.
Put the wine away.
I have here a little something that I think will explain to you what we're trying to do out there at Happydale.
And about Happydale.
Oh, no. It's a play. Now,
Captain!
I want you to read this very carefully, and I want you to be just as harsh as you like.
Your term of office is over.
Now I go on my hunting trip to Africa. I must get started immediately.
He's going to be your guide to Africa.
Bully. Goodbye, Aunt Martha. I'm on my way to Africa.
He woke up. Poor Helene.
We promised to take his bugle away from him. We won't be separated from Teddy.
How can you allow this? You promised.
Mr. Brewster's got nothing to do with this, lady. Teddy's committed himself, and he's got to go.
We're going too.
Yes.
Oh, no. Why not? Why not indeed?
We never take sane people at Happydale.
These two little sane people mixed up with all the others would get lost in the shuffle, wouldn't they?
Dangerous. Dissension, jealousy.
Oh, no.
Not through the window.
Let's be sensible, ladies. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Teddy's been telling around there's 13 bodies buried in the cellar.
Well, there are 13 bodies in our cellar.
What?
Yes. You just ask our nephew, Mortimer. You know very well there are 13 bodies down in our cellar.
In the cellar, and there are hundreds more up in the attic, Captain. Like, don't you... I'll bring my bodies down from the attic, and you get yours up from the cellar. We'll get them all together, and we'll send them to Happydale.
We put flowers on them every Sunday.
Oh, you'd like mine better. None of mine are gentlemen.
He's trying to save them?
I think so.
Super, don't you think you can find room for the ladies?
Teddy committed himself. Couldn't they commit themselves? All they have to do is sign the papers.
Where are
I have them, ladies. I have them right here.
I'm going out and talk to that spy. Maybe I can understand him. 13 bodies.
Oh, Elaine. Oh, Elaine. She's going in the cellar.
But why?
Right-hand side, right there.
I
It'll be compulsory that we have the signature of a physician.
Oh, Doctor. Oh, Dr. Einstein. Sign some papers, please.
Good night.
Come here, Dr. Einstein. Here. Now, just sign right here.
Hello, Mike. We picked up that guy that's wanted in Indiana. His accomplice description is right on the circular.
Oh, my gosh.
Poses as a doctor. Okay, Mike, thanks.
It's all right, Lieutenant Rooney. The doctor here has completed the signatures.
You've done Brooklyn a great service.
Sign is next to kin.
Oh, the name. Why did you say so, Navarro? I'm all confused. Don't mind me.
Mr. Witherford.
Spoon.
Come up and pack my duffel and bring along my bugle.
You're both going to be very happy and happy, dear, really.
Oh, yes, dear.
Give my word.
We don't want anything to go wrong. Will they investigate those signatures?
Mine?
You see, you signed as next of kin.
Oh, what's wrong about that, darling?
You're not really a Brewster. Your mother came to us as a cook, and you were born about 3 months afterwards. We didn't want to lose her, so Brother married her. Your real father was a cook, too. He was a chef.
He's like, I'm not a I'm not a Brewster.
I'm not really a Brewster?
Oh, darling, now don't feel so bad, darling.
I'm not really a Brewster. I'm a son of a seed cook.
Mortimer, it's true. It's true. I saw there are 13 bodies down there.
What's all the screaming about?
It's way past her bedtime.
Oh, gosh.
Mortimer, I really miss it.
You'll own 2 cabs.
Oh, Mortimer.
But Mr. Brewster.
No, I'm not a Brewster. I'm a son of a seed cook.
I'm not a cab driver. I'm a coffee pot.
Well,
all lived happily ever after.
Yeah, at Happy Dale, or Niagara Falls, or in prison. Well, we do love a happy ending. I mean, everyone. The couple ended up together.
I know, I was worried about him and Elaine
Me
the whole
too.
time.
Me too.
Oh my gosh, and no one will ever go down in the cellar.
Literally, it's so funny. I love how the aunt's like, no shame, no thought, just telling the
there
police.
are 13 bodies.
Yes, and could you get rid of the Spinoza guy? Like, please.
Marked them.
Yes. I move with flowers by them every Sunday.
Oh my gosh. It almost reminded me of, do you ever remember watching
Who Done It?
Yes, Abbott and Costello.
Were those the actors' names?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember. I just remember us like watching that movie at Grandma's so many times. Yeah.
And, you know, it's just like ridiculous. It's almost like the Who's On First. Like, you
Yes,
know, they're laying out the plot. The cops are not getting it whatsoever.
I know.
They're telling it. And
Over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like saying what's happening. And yeah, it's just. There was a part of me, I'm like, okay, I need someone to like.
Be sane.
Yeah.
And Mortimer just lost it. Like,
yes.
with her over his back. I hope they got to Niagara Falls in the end.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that was
And
fun.
he's not a Brewster.
So he's not gonna go insane.
Oh my gosh. It was just one thing after the
Yes,
other.
literally. I'm like, I can't handle it. There's like 7 plots in one.
I know. What did the whole baseball game at the beginning and all that have to do with anything? It was just setting up the...
Yeah, I think just Brooklyn.
Okay.
Maybe, I don't know, just a regular day. And then here's what's going on.
I can see, I can picture people watching this back in the day and just becoming like a yearly tradition for them to watch this on Halloween or something.
Yeah, I feel like the hyperbole of it all. Like,
yeah.
So.
Okay, that was silly and fun and a nice break in our Scary But Not Too Scary October. And a different side of Cary Grant, because when I saw him in, he was like very distinguished gentleman, you know what I mean? And this is just like, he was like doing comedy, so he's got range. Okay, well, see you next time.